Let's call the meeting order for September 4th, 2024. Start.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Those are all signed up?
Yes.
The approval of the agenda?
I move to approve the September 4th, 2024 meeting agenda.
We hear a second. All in favor? Okay. Minutes of the last meeting.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of the last.
All in favor? All in favor? Town Administrator Weekly Update.
No update this week.
Okay. Liaison. Oh.
Not much happening with the audit. They're still working on it. We haven't gotten anything further in terms of their schedule.
No, so they're coming the 11th, 12th, and 13th. So Friday, this Friday is the deadline to get them the last of the documents. I spoke to Mark Roy today. A couple of small things, we'll make sure they get them, but we're all set, we're right on
That's
schedule.
wonderful. That's great. We did end up taking some money out of our
Wisdom tree.
Wisdom Tree Fund
300,
and moved it to our operating account.
Correct.
Okay, great. Thanks for doing that, Jennifer. I assume you and Lauren are involved in that?
Yes.
Great, thanks for doing that. It's all working very well, by the way. I think, we can pretty readily figure out when we're needing cash and can
You're
move the
doing a
money
good job.
quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Jennifer and I had an opportunity to meet with an individual that was engaged to do a design for the exterior here of the town hall complex, and they provided one, and we now need to meet with him and go over that and share that with the rest of the select board here and get some, I guess, preliminary estimates of if something like this is done, how much are we talking about, so we can get a sense of that. I think the process is going along fine. He's doing a good job. The work, his preliminary work, I think has some nice ideas in it. And we'll keep you informed.
Awesome. Ed?
Sure. Nothing to do with the transfer station. Mary Grant has a committee meeting this Saturday at 10 at Mary Grant. And Animal Control's busy doing his thing. He's got training coming up at the end of this month or next. One of the
He's actually taking 2 already, and
Okay.
it's ongoing, so
Yep,
it does have one at the end of the month.
Yep, he's been busy. So,
Yeah.
No new update from the fire department. I know Chief Green is working on kind of making that, filling out the request that we had asked for at the last select board meeting. The recreation committee, we are still looking for the position to hire a rec director, and we're still looking to fill seats on the recreation committee as well. And I just had a communication with John, who gave me an update that they have a couple games scheduled, and are continuing to work on the cheer and basketball.
Are we
And
not,
then-
I'm sorry, are we taking basketball registrations yet?
No,
No, okay.
no, I just, when you sent the message today about somebody
Yeah.
signing up for coaching, it just started me thinking
Yeah, good.
to get those things lined
Forms
up.
ready, yep.
And the Conservation and Forest Committee has a meeting coming up next week, September 10th.
John?
We got nothing on the schools or planning board. I met with a candidate for the cemetery committee last week, and they went very well. So I would suggest that we offer her a position on the committee.
I think we have it a little further down on the agenda.
Okay, I don't have anything on roads, municipal grounds, I'm still overlooking that paperwork there, so stay there, I'll have to give you an update on that next week.
Okay.
So, on
And
that,
I will on that, the gentleman that you're meeting with
Yeah,
on the
Mr.
municipal
Dennis.
grounds, yeah. Ken Allen actually came in, he was the gentleman that was on the
Yeah.
cemetery committee. He wanted to have a conversation with you about possibly moving some of those markers and helping with that, so I'll get you in touch with him during the project.
moving the monument, you mean?
The ones, the flat ones in the ground and leveling that up some, he wanted to be part of it and help.
Okay, well, probably what I ought to do is, because what I I told Mr. Dennis there, because he seemed, him and his daughter wanted to do the project. I just didn't want to throw a bunch of people in the mix and turn it.
Yeah.
But if it's
They're doing
something
everything
he's
with
willing to do, and I'll talk to Mr. Dennis, see how he want, before I make any decision to meet with anybody, I want to make sure that he's willing to work with somebody on it. So, but I'm sure he'll be fine. Okay, I guess that's it. Department head committee chair updates. Okay. Old business skid steer bids.
Okay, so in front of you, you have a breakdown of the 6 bids that were in front of you, that we got open last week. So basically, we did our best to take the skid steer base, add the cab options, bucket, tires, any discounts, fees, the snow pusher, forks, and gave you some information on the warranty. They end up at Jordan Equipment, $60,709. United's first bid was $68,124. United's second bid was $63,242. MB Tractor was at $55,319. Milton Tractor was at $64,095. And then Chadwick was at $70,000.
So, looking over the numbers here, talked to Ed. I think what we want to do here is I want to table this for a week so we can, we want to actually go see them. I know you brought them up there. But like, the Kubota there, I'd like to go take a look at it. Now, there is a $5,000 difference there, and I think.
That's the MB Tractor?
Yes, and we'll see exactly what the forks are, the pushers look like, see, make sure they're not a, cheap pusher, and see what the forks are, and see what we're actually, so we're considering 2 of them at this point, right? Correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'd like to table the decision till next week until we take a look at them, so,
And I do
we'll be
have,
giving you a call there. Do you have one in your lot up in Cumberland?
I do have a S64 in our yard. The snow pusher, I do not know if I have that.
But you've got
inventory
pictures of
available.
it,
I
what
have
kind it
information
is?
on it, and I do have information on the forks.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you very much.
Does your quote include that pusher?
It did. It
Yeah, okay, fine.
included that and the foam filled tires
Yeah, and the forks, correct?
and the forks.
okay,
correct.
so
Thank you.
MB
Thank you.
Tractor. And I have the MB Tractor also has
Yeah.
this,
Yep. Okay, now we get back to the agenda here. We all set with that, guys?
Yep.
Okay. Brush chipping bids.
So we had just the 2 bids last week. We had the Hawks Tree Service for $10,000 and the J.A. Simpson for $15,000. We made a call to Hawks and got their liability insurance, workers' comp. They are a big company that's been in business over 20 years. They've got 25 employees. They do several transfer stations, including the one up in Pittsburgh. They said they can do the work in about 3 weeks. I sent you a link with their website so you can see how detailed and professional it was. And then the Simpsons, which was $5,000 more, said they also had workers' comp and insurance. They could do it no later than 12/31. But they both, I confirmed a little bit, it was to grind and remove the brush.
Remove the chips, correct?
To grind and remove the brush and wood from the transfer station.
Any other bids not?
No, the other one was to do the same.
Oh,
I didn't call them, to be honest with you. You told me to call this one and confirm.
I thought last week you said that they,
Grinding of the municipal brush and log pile.
So the
Well, it
price
said
is,
all contaminants, they were gonna leave behind.
okay.
yeah, they'll pick the trash and stuff, I'll leave it there, but, so the price, Simpson's price was 15,000 what?
15,000 even,
Even, and the other one was 10,000?
10,000 even.
Okay. I mean, that's a $5,000, difference in price. Dan did make a good, when we were talking at 5 o'clock, open meeting, that, with the, when we picked the guy up there in Bangor being out of town, this and that, but these guys said they'll be in a couple of weeks, so,
Yeah, he said 2 to 3 weeks tops.
yeah. So I think they're legit.
Yeah, I mean, if you took the time to go to their
Guess we'll find out in a
website.
couple of weeks, right?
He went up there and actually took pictures and
Yeah,
stuff,
he was
yeah.
actually.
And we got time too, so if something
That's a problem,
happens.
we can recover.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So-
You want a motion?
Yeah, I want a motion.
I'll make a motion that we award the brush chipping bid to Hawks for $10,000.
Second.
All in favor? Okay. Okay, new business, sand bids.
The road commissioner called and asked that we put this together on tonight's agenda. It is similar to last year, it's just a matter of changing the bid wording, but for the new selectmen, Town of Acton is soliciting bids for up to 3,000 yards of 3/8 inch screened winter sand. Until Wednesday, September 5th. And essentially at the bottom, they return this, they tell us what their per yard delivered to transfer to the salt shed is. And the company, question that got added several years back was, does your company have hours year-round outside of routine weekends and holidays? We just want to make sure that we can get the product when necessary. So we'll send this out for a few weeks and see what happens.
What was the change?
Just the date.
Oh, okay.
I do have a grammatical.
Sure.
It says, I believe it should say and return, not and returned. Interested bidders must complete the form below and return to the Acton Town Hall instead of and
Yeah.
return.
Yep, okay.
Do I hear a motion?
So.
We don't need a
No,
motion,
I'm
that's
just
done.
gonna get it outside tomorrow.
Awesome. Okay. Appointments.
Just the one that John spoke of earlier.
You want John make the motion?
I'd like to make a motion that we appoint Amy Merrill to the cemetery committee.
Second. What date?
The date, until 6/30/2025.
We have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
It's not up here, but I guess just join us.
I put it on there just in case they show up. So, on the agenda, it says Moose Pond Boat Access. The individuals are supposed to come in, but we put it on the agenda, it's supposed to be in. These have showed up, but since they're not here, we'll just table it until next week.
Other job.
And so, I guess we're done with public comment.
I'd just like to ask one question on the skid steer. Is anybody, Robin or Bobby, demo it? See if they like, how they like controls, how it goes? Or are you just gonna buy, look at it?
Well, I'm not gonna go take a look at it. I mean, I run them every day.
Are you gonna demo it? Are you gonna demo it? Are you gonna get in and see how it runs?
Yeah, that's what we plan on doing. I've
Try
tried
to
it.
let Robin do it.
What's that?
Robin and Bobby.
I think I've probably got enough experience in a piece of
You
equipment.
do it, but
Yeah.
maybe they're gonna run it, you're not gonna
Oh, I
run it.
know, but I run them every day. You know, if anybody should know what they do, I do.
He's run two different kinds now. He's got the one that we had, which was the old joystick control,
Uh-huh.
or the old, like bulldozer control. The pedals, the one he has up there now is the new joystick control ones,
You just get used to
which
that. one as
is
it is.
getting used to really well,
Yeah.
so.
They're
Yeah,
all the same controls.
yeah,
Well, no, I would think that it would be a requirement, purchase spending $60,000 or something. You know, if you would buy a car, you.
Well, that's why, and now you're gonna go look at it. I mean, there's a $5,000 difference between the two skid steers.
No, I realize that.
And, I think that we can make an educated decision on whether or not, there's a lot more than just whether or not how well it drives, it's whether or not, we're looking at, maintenance,
maintenance.
all the other stuff that comes
capacity,
along with it, so,
Yeah.
so that's why, at the end of the day, most municipalities, we're just taking a little bit and saying, get used to it, like it.
So then
The machine we're looking at,
Where they sell them, or
What's that?
they're gonna bring it here,
no, we're gonna go right up to where they sell them.
or? No.
I mean, I don't wanna be responsible to put a brand new machine up there to try it out for a
No.
week, and we'd end up owning it anyways.
Yeah.
So, they scratch it, push up stuff, I don't think we need to do that. These machines that we're looking at are all quality, they're really good machines. So there's not one in that group that I wouldn't run. I don't know Gail all that well, but, Gail Tagaguchi makes most of theirs anyway,
Yeah.
so, but no, we're gonna go try it out, and, we're gonna, look.
Well, I just think that'd be a prerequisite, whether you're doing it or Robin.
Yeah,
or Bobby,
yeah.
they're gonna run it, so.
Yep, no, we plan on doing
And the
it.
superintendent is following along, he's been watching the meetings, I spoke to him today, asked him if he had any input that he wanted to give the select board on the 6 different bids, he didn't have any, said he trusted their recommendation, so he's aware and following along with us.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Joe. Anybody else? Okay. Do I hear a motion?
I move to adjourn at 6:16 PM.
Is it 16?
6:16?
Our meeting only lasted 16
Second.
minutes. All in favor?